Hey, welcome to the Jurassic World Alive video, and we're not in the game today because a lot of folks have been asking me about spawns, and folks want me to do a spawn guide. It's 1.8, so yeah, let's go over the spawns, I guess. So, if you guys remember during the patch notes in 1.8, they said there was like a minor geolocation shift or whatever. They lied. They totally lied. It's not a minor geolocation shift. There were quite a few migrations that happened, and it's kind of weird because if you remember in like I can't remember 1.5 or 1.6, they said, oh, we're reworking, you know, spawns, geolocation stuff, said a bunch of stuff, and then like in the end they just like switched like 4 dinos in the spawns, like, okay. And then this time they said, oh, there's just a small geolocation balance, and then so many things changed. Anyways, let's get right into this, starting from the globals. For those of you who don't know how spawns work, globals just means, you know, it could spawn anywhere. And I mean, there's 2 metrics to this, right? So there's where it spawns and when it spawns. So we're going over the globals, which spawns everywhere, and let's get into the ones that spawn anytime first. So global anytimes, we got Baryonyx, Irritator Gen 2, Notapatosaurus, Notosaurus, Utahraptor, Tyrannosaurus, Rex, pick one, Spinosaurus Gen 2, and Indosuchus. Nothing changed here. Same for global day, dawn, dusk. Got Amargasaurus, Apatosaurus, Ornithomimus, and then you got your global dawn, dusk exclusive, Dimorphodon, same thing. Global night, dawn, dusk, Capsuchus, Tarbosaurus, Velociraptor. Those, like, that also spawn in dawn, dusk. Like, everything just, like, has a lower spawn rate during dawn dusks, just because, you know, the pool is much more diluted, since like almost everything like spawns during dawn dusk. So, you know, the more dinos you have in that pool, the more diluted it will be, and the lower percentage you will get per specific dino, right? Anyways, moving on, we'll get to the dailies in a bit. Dailies didn't really change, so if you guys are new to the game, you probably know what the heck we're talking about here, dailies. But if you've been playing this game since 1.7, yeah, nothing's changed. Anyways, moving on to the locals. For those of you who don't know, there's 4 different like sort of zones in this game. We call them locals, and different locals spawn different dinos. So in most case scenarios, this dino will only spawn in like this zone. For example, here we got area 1, local 1, anytime, and it has Brachy, Draft Titan, Majungasaurus, Majungasaurus, Sinoceratops, Stegoceratops, and Tyrannosaurus. So these dinos should usually just only spawn in this one area. And the way to identify locals, know where these locals are, you just, you know, look at the common spawns, you know, look around you if you could find a lot of, if you're, you know, if it's daytime and then you see a lot of Dinochirises around, a lot of Majungasauruses, Dimetrodon Gen 2s, then you're probably in a local 1. If you see like a lot of Iniosauruses, Eupocephalus, Dracos Gen 2, then you're probably in local 2. Anyways, going over these dinos, you got Brachy, Draft Titan, Majungasaurus, Majungasaurus, Sinoceratops, Stegoceratops, Tyrannosaurus. So local 1 got quite a few changes, right? They got Sinoceratops back, Brachiosaurus from local 2, Tyrannosaurus from local 3. These are all great pickups. Local 1 got, it lost some stuff, but it didn't lose in a sense, in terms of its the quality of spawns. These are all great spawns. So Django, Sino, Brachy, Draft Titan is okay, I guess, as well. Majungasaurus is still fodder. Majungasaurus is also fodder. Stegoceratops is a fine epic hybrid, although those rates are so low you probably won't even see one throughout the update. Anyways, moving on to the day, dawn, dusk only spawns. Got Concavinator, Dinochirus, Dilophosaurus, Dime Gen 2, Posuchus. Nothing too much changed here. Dinochirus, Dilophosaurus, these are all great materials. Posuchus is fine as well. Conch just got a new hybrid. And then the night exclusive one is Echo for them. It's usually a raptor for each local except for one local. And the raptor for local 1 is Echo. Moving on to local 2, anytime. Nothing too much change here, I guess. You got Dracorex, Iniosaucus, Iniasaurus, Erlichosaurus, Gorgosaurus, Postmetrodon, and Rajasaurus. Obviously, the biggest thing that got added here is Erlichosaurus. That's all the hype. Rajasaurus is here as well. Decent epics. Great epics, actually. All around. Pyroraptor is in Day Dawn Dusk, so that's great as well. Nothing really changed for the Day Dawn Dusk. Still got Dracorex Gen 2, Orlico Gen 2, Evocephalus, Pyroraptor, and Watersaurus. Nothing changed here. And then the Night Dino is, or Night Raptor, I guess, for Local 2 is still Charlie. Didn't change. Local 3, anytime you got Dimensionon, Diplocalus, Diplitator, Edmontosaurus, Molophosaurus, Secodontosaurus, Founderaptor. Nothing too much changed here. As well, you did get Secodontosaurus here, which isn't that big a deal since, you know, its hybrid isn't that great. Monolophosaurus does have one great hybrid and one terrible hybrid, so there's that still. Dimensionon's great for Magna and Trashtronics, obviously. Edmonto, Edmontogondon, great hybrid. Diplocalus is fodder. Moving on to Day Dawn Dusk for Local 3, Allosaurus, Argentinosaurus, Coolosuchus, Megalosaurus, Triceratops Gen 2, not too much change here. Got Coolosuchus here, which is okay-ish. What was the hybrid again? Oh yeah, no. I was thinking of Colobunga. Skullosaurus. Yeah, not too great. And the Nighttime Raptor is Delta. Local 4, Carnotaurus, Gorgosuchus, Kentrosaurus, Rhinosaurus, Spino, Suchomimus, Suchotator. Got Kencho, Rhino. It looks like they just moved a lot of these epics around, which is interesting since they don't really move epics around that much. They usually play around with the rares a lot, which is weird, but also more important than the epics. Honestly, I don't think the epics are that important since like the spawn rate's so low. Like even if you live in the local, these epics aren't. You probably won't see them too often anyways. So yeah. Back to Local 4. The Day Dawn Dusk, you got Diplo Gen 2, Gryposuchus, Cool Gen 2, Monophosaurus Gen 2, Parasaurolophus. Well, you got both amphibians in here, which is fun, I guess. And then nothing else really changed. Night Dawn Dusk, you get Scaphanathus, which is probably the best of all the nighttime exclusives. So there's that. You got that looking forward to. Anyways, for park spawns, anytime you got Amargacephalus, Lythronax, Pteranodon, Quetzal, and Sarco. And then the Day Dawn Dusk exclusive for parks is Diamondaclys, Purge, and 2 Tyrannosaurus. So overall, parks are a bit more balanced from before, with the Day of the Migration thing being a thing. Obviously, nothing really changed too much here, but you know, it's still a great place if you want to look for a lot of these high-tier unique ingredients. Like Lythronax per Gen 2. Obviously, they make a Grapplith, which is an okay-ish unique hybrid, and then you got the new Pteranodon Quetzal hybrid. There's that as well. Tenontosaurus for Tenontorax, obviously. So looking at all these locals, honestly, I think Local 2 got the biggest buff here in terms of the epics that they got. Orlico's great, Raja's great, Pyro is still there, which isn't too great, but hey, Local 2 got a decent buff. And look, it still has Orlic Gen 2, Dracorex Gen 2, these are all great materials. Dracorex, Euphocephalus, all really good materials. Local 1's not bad either. Brachy, Sino, Conch, and you know, the biggest, I guess the big 3 in Local 1 would be Sinoceratops, Anacharis, and Dilophosaurus. Those are probably the most. Oh, also Tujangosaurus. Totally forgot about that, which is absolutely amazing because it creates Steel Rajasaur. Local 3 is still mediocre, I guess. It does have some good parts. You got Allo, right? Although they get nerfed a bit, quite a bit. Thorodolosaur, and then Triceratops Gen 2. What else? Mono, I guess. Still got that Dimensionon. People need Dimensionon. Montosaurus is fine. And Local 4 is okay as well. Like, Local 3 and 4 definitely are like at the bottom of the barrel in comparison to. So I would say like Local 2 is the best, then Local 1, then 3 and 4. It really depends on what, I don't know. I might say 4 is a bit better than 3. You do have Carnotaurus, which makes Pertaurus, which then makes Carnotarchus, which is one of the best dinos in the game. Rhinosaurus is great, Kentro's great. Both make really strong hybrids, obviously. Then you got the 2 amphibians. Yeah, I would say local 4 is a bit better than local 3. So local 3 is probably the worst local, but it's not bad either. Anyways, nests are still the same. Amusement park spawn these dinos. Bank spawn these. Beauty salon, bus station, car repair, embassy, fire station, gas station, hair care, hospital, lawyer, pet store, plumber, police station, post office, restaurant, school, and transit. So yeah, those are still the same for the most part. Nothing really changed there. And then, what else do we got? Oh yeah, daily migrations. So, oh, for those of you who don't know what nests are basically like areas where, like certain geolocation spots that could spawn these dinos that can, you know, it could be in any local. For example, Orano should only spawn in local 4, right? But if there's like a bank in local 2, then that bank could potentially spawn Oranos, even though if, you know, it's not in local 4. So for those of you who don't know what nests are, and daily migrations, they're still the same. You could also check these in game as well if you know, go into the lab and then open up a dino. They'll say in a section when they spawn or which day they spawn at. These do have relatively high spawn rates, to keep that in mind, except for the epic hybrid, since they just have low spawn rates until the end of time, I guess. So yeah, these are the daily migrations, and which are still the same as last patch. And that's about it here. It's our migration guide for 1.8. Didn't want to make this one 20 minutes long, because usually, like, looking past at my like old spawn guides, they're like what, 20 minutes long, which is totally unnecessary. So just quickly going over this, if you guys want to check these, you can download the app. JWA Field Guide should be in the App Store. Not sure about Android, should be there as well. Not sure if it's updated though, but you know, who knows. But yeah, go search for that, download it. It got, you know, it's got really good stuff. You got your spawns, you got you know, you got all the dinos with their stats and stuff, stats, moves per level. It's a great app to have around, right? So anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Hit that like button if you thought this was helpful, and notification bell if you want to get my videos out as soon as I upload them. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. I actually don't after this video, I don't really have an idea on what to do with the new, because there's so much new stuff in 1.8, and like I really don't know what to touch on. There's sanctuaries, there's other stuff. If you want me to talk about the winners and losers of this patch in terms of the dinos, I don't even know. Just tell me in the comments down below what you guys would want to see me do for the next video. And please do not say create Thor Dinosaur or Model Stegotops or whatever I haven't created yet. Note Titan, I think. No, I don't think anyone cares about that. I know. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.